My name is Olga Travina. I'm a Senior Creator at inlab for EMEA region. I guess one of the things that I wanted to be when I was a child, and I wanted to be so many things, I kind of loved these movies about some, cool archaeologists, heroes who speak ancient languages and see this writing and then like, oh, I know what that means. And I loved mysteries always and books, and so it's not even about languages in itself, it's more about one language, kind of like how people speak, where words come from. I can talk about this for hours because I'm always very curious. There was an interesting story because there was a tender. So they asked like designers, our marketing communication managers, everyone to participate, and maybe this idea could win, and become this global project, like that was production for 5 countries actually. And it was kind of mandatory, but not really, but so I was like, okay, I'll participate. And so somehow my idea won, and that was my first project. And it was crazy because I never did it in my life. I never wrote a script. I never was on the shoot, I didn't know what to do. And so I went through all of this. I went to Mexico to shoot this commercial for 5 countries actually. It was like such a difficult project and my first project at the same time. And after that, I fell in love. Guys also believed in me and they said like, this is definitely something you need to do. And so for the last 3 years, yes, I'm in this field. I think it's the gut. Sometimes like the perfect idea would fit the brief, but also be enjoyable for you, like you would be like, oh, wow, this like all works together. This is like a puzzle, that was like different pieces and now everything works. But a good idea can also be nothing about the brief. Like it could go against it, but you would just feel that the actual thing that they wanted to say was this. Emotionally, it's a very demanding job. So you're basically always presenting your ideas to someone. It starts with your own team, then it grows, further and further and further, and then like the client, because like every creation is always like your child. Sometimes you don't see that it's faulty or like bad. It's so painful to hear that like, oh, this doesn't work, or like, oh, that's a shitty idea or something. And it can be true. Like it's not even misunderstanding. Let's be honest. Sometimes you create something and it's not very cool, but like people are like honest with you. For example, you get the brief and the brief is not interesting and you get sad. And then you, oh my God, this is that. You sit down for 3 hours, you're writing, finding references, and you're like, team, look, this is amazing. And they're like, no, it's not. And you're like, no, again. And then you fix it, and then you bring it, and they're like, oh, now it works. And you're like, yay. Honestly, I think the best way is to catch it at the right time and do something about it before it really strikes you. Ask for a vacation. And it can be scary sometimes in terms of like, you have so many projects, but how can I go on a vacation or something? But I think you need to do that, just because if you lose this moment, then it will be just very difficult for you to get yourself back together. So yeah, but I think rest helps a lot. I don't think that you can deal with the burnout while continuing working. I think that can only worsen things. No, in lab, like always felt like a family, and especially when we were much smaller. I don't know, it never feels like you can't go to someone and ask them for something. It is very supportive, and people are brilliant, so it's easy to support nice people, I mean, like the company grows, there are more people, there are more, responsibilities, so it can't be all cute, but I think a lot of this trust, still you can feel it every day, like in what we do, how we approach each other, how we support each other, how we celebrate each other too.